Hey there, I'm going to share with you what it's like to live in Tennessee versus California in a few different categories. At the end of each category, I'll give you my opinion based on that category. So let's jump in. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Greg Spackman. I'm with the Living in Nashville, Tennessee channel. If you're looking to learn everything about what it's like to live here, eat here, sleep here, play here in Tennessee, then click the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I do new videos. I've been getting a ton of people lately that are reaching out to me about making that move to Tennessee, and I absolutely love it. So if that's you, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to hear from you about making your move here to Tennessee. Section number 1 is the cost of living. So California is generally more expensive to live than Tennessee. It has a higher cost of living across most of the categories that we're going to talk about today, but including housing, food, transportation, it's definitely more expensive in California. Gasoline is a huge difference. It's much, much cheaper in Tennessee. The average price right now, I just did a quick lookup on Gas Buddy before I started this video. In Los Angeles, it's $4.09 a gallon, and in Nashville, it's $2.55. So you can see right there, you already get a huge advantage just in your gasoline costs. Tennessee's lower cost of living is one of the major advantages that people choose to relocate to Tennessee, and I absolutely agree with that 100%. So your average price of a home in California, did a quick little search, $743,000 to live in California. The average price to live in Tennessee, right around $310,000. So to find a $310,000 home in Tennessee, you're going to be 30, 45 minutes from any of the major cities for the most part. It's possible in some areas where you can squeak in if it's a really small home or condo to get that price, possibly a townhome. But for the most part, your average home in Tennessee is going to be more like $450, $550 in that range to get something that you're going to really like, unless you're in different parts of Tennessee. So it really depends on which area. Car registration in California, we used to pay a couple $100s per car per year. Plus, we had to have our car smogged, so that was an additional cost. And if you could comment below what you're paying for your California car registration, that would be awesome. Car registration in Tennessee is right around $55 a year, and you don't have to smog your car anymore, which is awesome. So that saves you time and money as well. The electricity bills, California, somewhere around $170. It says the average is. Mine was in the 300 plus range where we lived, and electricity bill in Tennessee says it's $150. So it's not much savings over what I can find online. However, my bill in Tennessee was $200, so we saved $100 plus a month just in electricity costs by moving to Tennessee. For this cost of living category, I'm going to give it to Tennessee. It's much, much cheaper to live in Tennessee than it is in California. You're going to pay a lot more in taxes in California. There's no state income tax in Tennessee, so you're going to save that. And that's one of the coolest things when we made that move to Tennessee, the no state income taxes. Section 2 is the climate. So California has a Mediterranean type of climate with mild, wet winters. It doesn't really rain a whole lot in California in general. Northern California gets more rain, of course, than Southern California. It does have, really nice summers, really nice all 4 seasons in California for the most part. You do get snow in the mountains, so you can definitely, go snow skiing up in like Mammoth or up Tahoe, that area of California. So you definitely get snow. And in Southern California, you have Big Bear Mountains. They get snow as well. Tennessee has hot, humid summers, colder winters, much, much colder. I want to say there's 4 to 6 days a year where I can't wear shorts in Tennessee, but for the most part, their winters are much more mild than other parts of the country for sure. But we do get snow and ice storms that happen in Tennessee, and in the eastern side of Tennessee, it definitely does get more snow, and they can get, a foot or two of snow a year, something like that. But whenever we've been out east into the Pigeon Forge area, we've not really had it snow very much. Overall, climate-wise, California wins hands down. California has 4 seasons. They're called awesome. It has probably the best weather anywhere that you can live in the entire United States. And that's why so many people choose to live in California. I think it's just the weather is amazing there and it's really, really nice year round. Section 3, the natural beauty. Both states offer some stunning natural beauty, but first off, Tennessee has no beach. So if that's a deal breaker for you, then that's a deal breaker. We thought when we moved to Nashville, we thought we would miss the beach, but we really didn't. And you're about a 6 to 9 hour drive to different beaches that you can go to down along the Panhandle. So you can go to Panama City, Destin. Destin's where we've been. The beaches down there are way better than any beach that we went to in California. And we went to beaches all over the state. I just would say hands down, the beaches are much, much better along the Gulf Coast down there. And they're only 6 to 9 hours. We've helped a number of people purchase a second home down in that area. So if that's something that you might be interested in, it's something really, really cool and something more popular for people to do once they go down there and find that it's that awesome to visit down there. Tennessee has the Smoky Mountains, and those are super cool. We've been there. We've been to Pigeon Forge 3 or 4 times over the time that we've lived in Nashville, and it is amazing. It's a great place for you to get like an Airbnb in the mountains in one of the cabins. Also, you could buy a cabin if you're interested, but that's cool. And then you have Dollywood that's out there also. California is home to 7 national parks and other natural attractions. Super cool to see them. You got Yosemite that's there. You got the Redwood National Forest, other state parks, and Big Sur. So California has all of that, and they have beaches as well. If you're into 4x4ing like I am, then California has a lot more of that to do than you can do in Tennessee. I never really found anywhere so far that's super awesome to go in Tennessee to go out 4x4ing. At least what I like to do, rock crawl and that sort of thing. Most outdoor sports you can do in California, and they're much better, especially camping, because who likes to camp when it's humid? I sure don't. That's why I've never went camping in Nashville. I just hate the humidity. I think California wins hands down for the climate wise, and it's definitely one of the reasons why it's more expensive to live in California. Section 4 is employment and economy. So California has a thriving job market, particularly in the tech sector and entertainment industries. Those are their 2 biggest forms of jobs. Tennessee's economy is growing massively, but it's much more diverse with a mix of tech, and tourism is really big, and manufacturing. Got other car plants that are moving there. Saturn used to have their plant in Spring Hill. Healthcare is its biggest job provider, so it's huge. Healthcare is gigantic in the state of Tennessee. In-N-Out Burger is moving their, or creating their actual Eastern headquarters in Franklin, Tennessee, so that's awesome as well. So for employment and economy, I'm going to give it a tie. I think they're both really, really good. You're going to make more money in your job typically in California, but it costs more to live there. So I think it kind of washes out you making more money. The best thing would be when you can work remote. And we had a number of people that moved to the Nashville area when during COVID when they could work remote. And so they'd take their California salary, and then the cost of living was much cheaper. So if that's something you could do, that's amazing. Section 5 is culture. So California is one of the most diverse states in the entire country. It has a large immigrant population and like a cosmopolitan type of feel. Tennessee is more homogenous, but it's known for its strong community focus and tight-knit social scene, and Southern hospitality definitely wins here. So culture-wise, I'm going to give it to Tennessee because of the Southern hospitality over what California has. Section 6 is housing. California has a shortage of affordable housing, and particularly in the major cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego. I'm going to say overall housing in California is terrible. It is really, really expensive to live there. I don't know how anybody that's young is going to be able to make enough money to actually buy a home unless they are gifted money from relatives or they hit the lottery or something like that. Tennessee has much, much more affordable housing, but the house prices are really, really high and have gone up since COVID in Tennessee as more and more people relocate. It drives the cost of housing up in Tennessee. Certain cities near Nashville, Knoxville is going to be as high or higher than it costs to live in California. So you just need to know that. And that's definitely one of the things that we talk about with you when you're looking to make that move to Tennessee. What type of home prices are you looking to spend? And we can help you through the entire state as we have partner agents all over the state. So ultimately, the choice to live between ultimately the choice between living in California versus living in Tennessee will depend on your individual preferences and priorities, such as your proximity to family, climate, cost of living, all of that. So if you have family that currently live or they're willing to relocate with you, we've had a number of people that have moved to the Nashville area and then their families have followed suit as one of them moved there and tell their family, or they come and visit and see how awesome it is. They sell what they have in California and move. So if that's you and you want to make that move to Tennessee, please give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm out.